What's up? How you doing? Who wants to do push-ups? I'm doing 15 push-ups at a time with all you fans. I really appreciate all your love. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see who the push-ups. So today's topic is fetal alcohol syndrome, the genesis or quantum mechanics of fetal alcohol syndrome. How you doing, sir?
Hi. Do you want to do push-ups?
15 push-ups?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get going. Now, 1, 2. There you go. All right. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yeah.
All right. One question.
Right. So, believe there's a God, or do you just believe that it's used as a metaphor? You know,
Is what used as a metaphor?
like the existence of God.
Oh, no, it's real. It's
Okay.
real. Now, in real life, there is a creator or a body of light that. See, let me try to explain this. So, think about the electromagnetic spectrum or the light that creates everything in our reality. In its center, there is a body with a head, a torso, 2 arms, and 2 legs made out of light, standing over everything that's created. The only thing is, men don't want you to find it so they can tell you it said something. So we give you fake versions of God. We give you fake information so you don't find it. If you don't find it, you got to pay me money for messages, right?
Yeah.
And I become a billionaire and I get my own Vatican, I get my own Mecca, right? If I hide the information from you, you have to pay me. In real life today, though, we know in the center 7 seals of Revelation, or the center of all of the light of the heavens and the earth, there really is a body of light that sacrifices itself on a crossover from energy and matter to give you everything you need to exist and be created in its image. The only reason people can tell you today there's no such thing as a creator or God is because evil men have added information to it so they can make money. And in order to make money, we have to make sure you don't find it. Right? If you can't find it yourself, I have to give you a fake version to pray to, communicate to, so I can make money. Does that make sense?
So you mean like all the evangelists and stuff are just doing it to make money?
Well, I want you to think, not just necessarily evangelists,
Yeah, but like,
even non-evangelists. I don't think people really understand. In real life today, we can prove scientifically using quantum mechanics, there is a creator. There is a body of light that sacrifices itself on a cross over from energy into matter to give you everything you need to be created in its image and survive. But do we show that to you so that you can see the truth for yourself, or do we hide it from you so I can be like, well, it also said this, it also said that, and if you want more information, give me more money.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Ignorant people, man. A lot of ignorant people. Let's see who wants to go on. See if a girl wants to do push-ups. Think about how crazy this is. As a religious follower in Judaism, Islam, or Christianity, you watch your religious leaders use devices to see the Creator while they make sure you're never allowed to see it for yourself. You're unworthy. Are you truly unworthy, or are they just making money off of what they tell you it said? Me. Go live. Right, but today we're talking about fetal alcohol syndrome, the genesis or quantum mechanics of fetal alcohol syndrome. I'm waiting for Ichigo, I guess. Get rid of this troll here. Hello?
Hey.
We doing push-ups?
No.
No. All right. Who wants to do push-ups? I got less than 30 minutes. I got 27 minutes for push-ups. Oh, here we go. Jonathan.
Hey, I'll listen to you, Martin. Let's go.
All right, 15 push-ups.
Let's go. You were
All right,
talking
go.
about
1, 2, 3, 5, 1.
Hey, is it possible for me to make a biological monster?
Well, not really. I mean, a biological monstrous is somebody born with synesthesia.
Oh, that's
So
what it is.
there's people born with a genetically inherited condition chose by the universe, nature, God, whatever you want to call it, to be the witness of the Creator. And then there's men, like the Pope, who were not chosen by God, but decided to make themselves the messenger of God without
That
actually
makes
being
sense.
able to ever hear or see God with their own eyes. So you think about the Pope. You see him hold this sun disk up to trying to see the Creator. He was not chosen by God, right? What he did was have a group of people before him kill everybody that could naturally see it to make himself the hand of God. Now, if you have to kill everybody who is chosen by nature or God or the universe to see something so that you can be the middleman, does that actually make you the right hand of your religion? Or
Almost
you
like
just
an
doing it for
antichrist.
the Antichrist? Straight up devil.
Literally.
Any man who uses a tabernacle or a monstrous to see the Creator, but forbids their followers from seeing it, is hiding it for a reason.
Yeah.
Why would you, as a religious leader, go, I don't want anybody to know there's a Creator? I can prove it today, but I've added so many lies, I'm scared to tell the truth now. But anyways, we're talking about fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah.
So you think about alcohol, it's a powerful diuretic, correct?
Yeah, you
So
always say to
when you
eat sugar
drink,
before you drink to
so
take it all out. Yeah.
So let's think about this. If I've eaten a lot of fruits and vegetables and I drink, all of the toxins from those fruits and vegetables will be concentrated in my reproductive system, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Those toxins will have necrosis effect or damage my sperm and my wife's egg. Now, as a man, I can convince you, Sophie, shh. As a male, I can convince you, if you don't masturbate, it's really healthy for you. What am I telling you to do? Retain your sperm and allow those toxins to damage it for as long a period of time as possible.
Oh. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of videos of people talking about no fab will raise your confidence, it will raise your
We're
vibration,
convincing
everything.
you. We're convincing you to accelerate birth defects. No flap is solely about passing on your worst version of your genetics to your offspring. If we know toxins build up in your reproductive system, and I convince you not to fast, and then I convince you not to release your sperm and your egg, your sperm, mainly for men, sperm, those toxins, instead of only being exposed to a sperm for a day or two and then you remove them, I've convinced you to let those toxins damage your sperm for an entire month, maybe 3 months, maybe a year.
They even tell us that it grows our testosterone. It makes it
No, it
stronger
doesn't.
when,
It
yeah,
doesn't.
exactly. When
Well,
women even
here's the thing
building
now.
muscle.
Well, here's the thing. If you don't masturbate, you'll have a higher level of testosterone for a short window because your body's not using testosterone to make new sperm. If you don't need a
Yeah,
chemical, the bucket stays full. I have a 5-gallon bucket
exactly.
full of testosterone. I'm not making any new sperm. How much testosterone comes out of that bucket to make new sperm if I don't need any new one?
Like a muscle. Yeah.
None. None. Now, people ask me all the time, what do you think about no flap? We're convincing you to try and give your children birth defects. If I convince you to allow toxins to be exposed to your sperm for as long a period of time as possible, what is the effect on your sperm? A healthy sperm or a non-healthy sperm?
My kid, yeah.
Somebody's trying to convince you to give your child birth defects or be stupider, basically. The first genetics that are messed up is the intelligence. No flap. The first thing genetics that's disrupted is the intelligence. The second thing after the intelligence is your physical attributes. So we know fetal alcohol syndrome causes children to be born less intelligent and with birth defects, right? We go, well, you ask a doctor, what exactly is fetal alcohol syndrome? You know, alcohol is a diuretic. All the toxins in your body are concentrated in the saline water that surrounds your sperm and your egg, allowing those toxins to damage your sperm and your egg. Now, if I can convince you not to masturbate, I've convinced you to allow those toxins that you've concentrated in your reproductive system to damage your sperm or your egg for as long as possible. I've convinced you to make your children retarded if I can, for money. Now, if you have a child with a birth defect, now the government has to pay me for prescriptions, correct?
Yeah. It's a whole circle with the money, everything.
Now, you think about it, I mean, the forbidden fruit. We tell you from every religion, fruit is forbidden. And then men will tell you today, well, they're not really talking about fruit. They're talking, Adam and Eve were real people. No, they weren't. It's not telling you Adam and Eve were real people. It's telling you a woman's egg and a male's sperm. Fruit is forbidden because those toxins cause necrosis. They cause damage. And we know in fetal alcohol syndrome, the toxins in fruits and vegetables actually cause birth defects and cognitive decline. But instead of allowing it to be passed on for several generations and go unnoticed, right? If you guys eat fruits and vegetables, instead of allowing that damage to be spread over 6 generations so nobody notices it, you drink a lot and boom, it manifests right away.
Dang. So
you see what I'm saying? Instead of becoming an invisible problem, instead of the cause becoming invisible, you notice it right away. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. People, I've seen parents who drink a lot who have kids just don't come out right.
Yeah, well, now if you fast, remove fruits and vegetables from your diet, what happens? Your body removes all toxins and damaged cells. All damaged cells and toxins. It reverses it prevents you from having a child with fetal alcohol syndrome. Ain't that weird? We don't ever tell you, hey, look, we know alcohol concentrates the toxins in your reproductive system from fruits and vegetables that lead to birth defects and cognitive decline. If you fast, have long periods of time without sugar, your body will remove those toxins and those damaged cells. So your children have your best version of your genetics. Has anybody told you that?
Not till you. You literally told me everything.
Now, this is quite fascinating. Why do doctors at the top of human reproductive system, medicine, tell you to eat your fruits and vegetables, and then you ask them, well, what are you doing to have a child? Oh, I'm not eating any fruits. The month before I impregnate my wife, I'm eating no damn fruits, no veggies. Hell no. I cannot afford to have a child born retarded and be a doctor trying to teach people how to have healthy babies.
Like that.
You think about it.
At the top, it's all vegetables. Like,
I mean, you think about it. They're like, absolutely, hell no. No, you eat them, not me. Hell no. Hell no.
Dang. So it's much better to watch what they do, not what they say.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's Pay attention to what now. I mean, it's highly fascinating. Fetal alcohol syndrome. We know it's because alcohol is a diuretic, and a diuretic means when you piss, all of the toxins in the water of your body get pushed into your reproductive system. Those toxins have an effect on your sperm and your egg, causing birth defects. Now, I mean, think about it. Go ahead.
So alcohol isn't that bad if you moderate it.
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm going to drink, I'm going to make sure I'm going to fast to remove all those toxins out of my reproductive system before I have a baby.
Yeah. Dang.
You know what I mean? But think about in the United States today, we make sure You don't know that, but in the nation of Israel, they teach every child, if you are going to have a baby, you purge fruits for a minimum of 30 days before you have a child. Ramadan. You fast for 30 days before you have a child.
Really?
No fruits and vegetables. What? Now, and think about this. Other countries that don't have fruits and vegetables when they're having children, we pay them to send their children over here and take our jobs because they're smarter. Right? They cost less money on our medical insurance. Google loves the H-1 visa program. Microsoft, Facebook. You go, why do you love it so much? Well, first of all, the government pays us to take these employees, and they don't cost us any money in medical like Americans do. Why not? Oh, they have stronger genetics. They practice fasting. They cost less money to employ.
Dang. That's interesting.
It's very interesting. Now, why would we make sure we don't teach any American children to fast? Let me think about this. We have a government-sponsored visa program bringing in children from people who were created by parents who fasted because they're smarter than you. Well, we're making sure you don't do that same thing to make sure your children are smart enough to take the job.
Dang. Hey, how do I look at cryptography more better? Like, how do I?
You just have to practice seeing it. Go on websites and things like that that show you all cryptography that somebody's already solved. And once you're reading it and you look at it, you'll be able to understand it for yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let people on right now because they're getting mad at me.
All right. You have a great day.
I'll see you later, dude.
Yep. Let me get these trolls out of here real quick. Yep. Behind you. Peace out. Hold on. I got to ban my live from a bunch of people and then we'll. Hi. Oh, no. Ban all these people real quick. There we go. There you go. All right, who wants to come on next? Go live. What's up, Young? Young, you haven't mailed me any cannabis in a while. You better get on it.
Yo, do you want to do pull-ups?
I can do pull-ups. How many you want to do?
I'll try my best. I suck at them though. I can only do like 3.
All right, 3 pull-ups it is. Let me see here. Let me get all set up. Get this going.
Let's see if I can keep all that. All right.
I don't even know if you'll be able to see my pull-up bar here. Let's see. All right. Oh yeah.
I need to find a better angle. Whoa, what the? I'm not back.
Are you even doing them? We can't even see you.
I got like 3.5.
I did 1. I did 1. There you go.
Here, let's try to do some push-ups. I suck really bad at push-ups.
All right, push-ups. Let me get back over to my push-up area. How many push-ups you want to do?
Since I suck, let's try to go for 10.
All right, 15.
All right.
All right, here we go. Not a bad simulation if you don't say so. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Can you explain your tattoos?
No.
Why not?
I got my tattoos from Catholic Community Services. I did international foster care. they paid for me to get tattoos so I could go to jail, so some things could be fixed, and then they just hoped I didn't remember things and left me to die. Straight up.
Messed up. So what are your tattoos like? What are they?
They're just tattoos. But I'm going to bring someone else on for some push-ups. I only got 12 minutes. You have a great day, sir.
All right, you too.
Who's doing push-ups next? Yeah, I got these in real life. I got a paper. It says, you'll be going to jail in the next 60 days. We suggest you get some tattoos or something like that to fit in, because you've helped a lot of sexually exploited women and children get away from bad people, and you probably won't survive. If we put you in with the prisoners, you probably won't survive. Let me see, Tempe. I got 11 minutes. It's not a bad simulation if you don't think about it, though. If I don't say so myself. How many push-ups are we doing, sir?
Yo, 20.
20? Let's go.
All right.
Ready? There you go. You have a question?
30. Nah, just chilling.
All right. You have a great day, sir. Thanks for coming on. God bless.
You too.
Who's next? All right, let's see here. 50 push-ups here with Jay Needs. Hopefully it works.
Hello?
Hello? It's
My
coming.
thing's lagging. Hello.
50
How many
push-ups.
do I
You
do?
ready? 50.
I'll try to do 50 yet.
All right, ready? Go.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 20. There's 50.
You're a beast.
There's 75. There you go. Whew. Not bad for a disabled guy.
60.
Not bad for
Love your work, man.
patience. I ain't got what it takes. It's a good video. You have a great day, sir.
And you.
Let's see. "9 minutes, or just under. I do squats every day. Let's see, red cell. This is a heck of a simulation. Nope. Let's see. What do we got going on here?
Oh my gosh, hi Martin.
They lived a lot longer to be 40. That's a fallacy. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are we gonna do some push-ups? Or you just have a question?
I have a question.
All
I'd
right.
like to know what your opinion on Trump is.
You're moving your camera too much and you're cutting out.
Sorry, my apologies. I'd like to know what your opinion on Trump is.
My opinion doesn't matter. Right? But my opinion doesn't matter. But you know, if your generation doesn't want to have a lot of children with birth defects and issues, you want to make sure you vote for a president and congressman who are not rolling back EPA laws because other countries ask them to. Right? Does that make sense? Right now, other countries
Yes.
are paying America to roll back EPA laws that surround our farmland, so our farms can take in a massive amount of toxins that will give your children birth defects. Why are other countries paying our Congress to do that? And why is our Congress taking the money to do so? Why has Congress turned their back on your generation?
Exactly.
Right? My opinion doesn't matter.
agree
What
with you
does matter is the
100%.
facts. Right? My opinion doesn't matter, but what does matter is the
Yes.
facts. And the facts are Congress has agreed to try and give American citizens as many birth defects and as much misery as possible for money. We've agreed as Republicans and Democrats to kill as many Americans as possible so we can get foreign money, which is absolutely insane.
You're right.
No American,
now,
no American who loves their constituents and loves their country would ever roll back EPA laws to kill American citizens. Why would any politician be willing to kill American citizens for money? Unless they really didn't care about America. They were only there for money.
exactly.
Go ahead.
Can I add a follow-up thought?
Yes, ma'am.
So the effects of these birth defects that would cause wouldn't that result in more money towards health insurance and institutions
Well, here's the thing,
and
though.
medical institutions?
Exactly. Now we're getting somewhere. Most of our pharmacies and medical institutions are owned overseas. Russia, Germany, China. Right? So we're making sure foreign countries can exploit you and your family for as much money as possible. Politicians today stabbing their children in the back for money. No politician in their right mind would ever roll back EPA laws. You think, why would you want American citizens to have birth defects? Money? That's the only reason.
Wouldn't you want your race, like your citizens, to be like a great race? Like, wouldn't you want your generation?
Well, here's the thing, though. But if you're a congressman in a country, but you don't align yourself with those citizens, right? You align your heart with the country you feel you actually love. And right now, we have a lot of politicians who've aligned themselves with other countries. We have a lot of politicians who don't have America's best interest at heart. Just because you're elected official doesn't mean you put Americans first. It just means you had the most amount of money. Now, what country paid for you to be elected? What country put you in office so that you could roll back EPA laws, so that you could stab American generations in the back? Think about right now, in real life, Republicans and some Democrats have rolled back EPA laws. We will never have another time in our life where we will be able to trace back birth defects to a president and his Congress. We'll be able to, from this election and the previous one going forward, we will be able to trace back what led to our decline of our country. We talk about this tipping point where things need to get better or go worse. And we're right on the cusp where things need to get better or they're going to get worse. And right now, in real life, if you understand biochemistry and biology and things like that, we can trace, and in the future, your children will be able, who voted these laws to give me these birth defects in our country? Who voted these laws to make us slaves to big pharma and Western medicine? We'll be able to look back and go, yeah, the legacy of certain people, their legacy. What did they leave behind? Massive amount of debt and disease. A legacy, debt and disease.
The legacy was furthering other countries instead of their own.
Yeah. Now you think about it. Now is Bayer Pharmaceutical Companies one of the largest pharmaceutical companies and produce and fruits and vegetable manufacturers in the world? Is that an American company or is it owned by Germany? It's a German company. Montesano. See what I'm saying? Now, we'll be able to trace back for future generations and tie massive amounts of disease and financial destruction of our American country to literally 25 names. Never in our life, never in the history of America have we ever been allowed to actually do that. We can say things, right? People in the past can say, well, we attribute this to this. We're not really sure. We don't have any facts. Does that make sense? I can say, well, Abraham Lincoln was responsible for this. George Washington was. We don't really know because we don't have any facts. There's no hard data. Today,
there's no concrete proof. But today we have
concrete proof. See what I'm saying? We have concrete proof today. We have concrete proof today which people voted for the destruction of America, which people said they represented American citizens by gathering white supremacists and religious base. We're going to use religion and white supremacists to destroy our country from the inside. We'll be able to trace that forever. That'll be you can make money today. You'll make money today, but your legacy, it's over. You've ruined your name. Anybody associated with your name, it's done with. And we've never lived in a time before where the entire world and our every citizen in our country will be able to actually look back later on and go, yeah, we fucked up. Right before we can play a blame game. You did it, I did it, the neighbor did it, somebody else did it. Now we go, no, here's the person who signed the laws. Here's the people who voted for it. Does that make sense? There's no more blame game. There's no more. That's what people don't understand about the age of the internet. There's no more pointing fingers. Right? Today, with your grandparents and your parents, a lot of people can point them in different directions, and your parents don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? We don't really know. Your parents don't really know. Your grandparents really don't know. They're just forced to believe whoever tells them the most amount of information that they believe. Your generation will be like, hey, no, man, look here. It's written. Here's a copy of this with the signature on it. Here's who voted to roll back EPA laws and give our money to foreign countries. Here's who shit on every American citizen in the country. It's signed. It's got a signature on it. It's got a name. Never in your life have you ever witnessed somebody. Exactly. It's traceable. That's where we're at today. It's traceable. And not only is it traceable, there's a name behind it. There's names behind it. Cabello Enterprises, right? Cabello Towers signed to give American citizens birth defects because he wanted money. Martin wanted a new hotel in another country, and that country said, well, we own a pharmaceutical company, and we'd like to sell hundreds of billions of dollars in prescription medication to American citizens. And in order for us to pay for your election and all the things you need, I need you to poison American citizens. And if you poison your own country, we'll let you have another tower, Martin, in our country. And right, well, never before in the history of America.
But then eventually you won't have a country.
Well, we do, but it's people don't really understand. We sell debt today. We don't have enough money to fund our country. We sell our debt to other countries. If I own your house and I pay all of your bills, who makes decisions for you? You or me?
You, obviously.
Yeah. Now you think about as in America, we don't have enough money to pay our bills.
I'm so grateful for this time, but I have to go.
Right? We have other countries right now, China, Russia, other countries. Other countries are financing our military. What does that allow them to do? Dictate what our military does. Dictate how our country treats our own people. They own our country. We don't own our country anymore. Our presidents have sold it off. Our whoever runs Congress sold our country.
Yeah.
To literally, we've sold ourselves. They sold us. They've sold you. They've sold your parents. They sold your grandparents. We've sold you. Right? And if Russia owns a mass amount of debt that we cannot pay, they get to dictate what laws we make. They outsmarted our president. They outsmarted our Congress. If China owns our debt and we can't pay them, they dictate what our Congress does because we can't pay the bill. Pay the bill or we turn off the lights. That's where we're at right now. We can't pay our bill to run Congress. Right now, the White House doesn't have enough money to pay the president. In order to pay the president, we have to get money from China and Russia. In order for China and Russia to give us money, our president has to do what they tell him. Right? If we don't agree,
Exactly.
if President Trump, whoever the president is, doesn't agree to do whatever Russia, Germany, and China tell him, they don't pay no more money. What happens? There's no power for the White House. Electricity. They don't have money to flush the toilet. In real life, we don't have money to flush the toilet in the White House. People have no idea. We can't afford to wipe Donald Trump's butt with one sheet of toilet paper. Russia pays for it. China pays for it. Germany pays for it. Why? They were smarter than our president. They were smarter. They were smarter than our Congress. You can't lie about that. They outsmarted our president. Sold you.
Like you can say
They
it
sold
now,
your
and then
children.
even when it happens, you can look back on all the paper trails and.
Never before. Well, never
Martin,
in our
I'm
history.
so grateful for your time. I have.
No problem. You have a great day, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so
Bye.
much. You too.
All right, one more person, and then I gotta go. Let's see, Ben.
Martin.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you
I mean,
doing, my friend?
Real quick, people don't understand. We don't have money to pay our bills as a Congress. So if our military wants more bullets and fighter jets, who pays for it? Russia, China, and Germany. If Russia, China, and Germany are paying for our military, you don't think they put a clause in that? I'm going to pay your bills, but this is what I need in return.
So, Martin, I don't mean to backtrack, and I agree with everything that you just said. So I want to backtrack on what you were talking about earlier with plants and them being toxic in nature because of the environment they grow in. So
Here, real quick. Hold on. I'll catch you up. How does the earth clean the environment? Plants. Photosynthesis. I mean, you think if you right now, you can get on NASA's website, any school's website, in a biodome or enclosed environment, like a spaceship or International Space Station, if the mechanical scrubbers that are responsible for cleaning the environment fail, what is their backup? onboard gardens. An onboard garden will clean the contamination out of the environment.
I do not deny what you're saying. What my question is, so if you look back on hunter and gathering tribes throughout the world, almost all of them use plant medicines in a way
Now I'm going to help you.
Hallucinogenic or not, they
Well, hold on. Let me help you. Now let's educate you. Are you reading the whole truth or just reading what somebody told you? Because hallucinogenics from hunt and gatherer tribes were for easier passing when you died. Today we tell you it's for to open your mind for spiritual. No, we gave you mushrooms, psilocybins, peyote when you were old and dying of old age, or you got mauled by a bear. So the rest of the children in the tribe didn't have to hear you scream for 2 weeks. It wasn't to cause you an awakening. It was to shut your damn mouth so nobody had to hear you scream for weeks on end.
Well, even with your son, because I'm not saying you're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong at all.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, so I grow San Pedro as a profession, and if you look at the alkalytical content of San Pedro, you can find things that also are antibiotic and also have not immune suppression, but like appetite suppression. So you lose weight from them. People use them for like the same thing that you're using keto diets for.
No, I'm gonna help you. So when we used medicinal plants for medicine, what was the foundation to be able to use those plants for medicine? Not eating any sugar for 24 to 48 hours every week. That's every Egyptian, Incan, Mayan, Babylonian, Sumerian, Aztecan, Samoan, Moai, every ancient civilization. You can't have any plant matter for 24 to 48 hours every single week. You can't eat anything. Are you doing that today?
I have been practicing that for about 3 months now.
No, see, now you're smart, but you see what I'm saying? The population as a whole, are we actually utilizing the same eating structures that allowed those civilizations to take advantage of plants for medicine?
Oh, absolutely not. And my question was asking, do you believe that there is a potential for plants to be used as medicine?
Yes, absolutely. But when you think about this, removing fruits and vegetables or produce, contaminated sugar from your diet 24 to 48 hours every week, that wasn't just the ancient Native Americans in the United States, right? It was the Canada, South America, Australia, United Kingdom, the Middle East, Africa, independently. Before we had internet, before they could ship, sail and visit each other, every independent civilization around the world said fruits and vegetables every single day is highly toxic to humans. It causes cognitive decline over several generations. It causes birth defects over several generations. Now you think about that. Why did Africa discover the same thing as the United States, and Australia discover the same thing as Africa, and the United Kingdom discover the same thing as Australia, and Hawaii discover the same thing as Canada, and Canada discover the same thing as Greenland, and Greenland the same thing as Iceland, and Iceland the same thing as Alaska, before they could communicate? Why did every civilization go, plants and vegetables every single day is highly toxic to human evolution? Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. Like I said,
there's a lot of medicinal benefits.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything that you say. Like what I'm saying is that basically I'm asking, do you feel that there are beneficial things that are in them rather than a complete disgruntled with them, like pushing them out completely?
No. Here's the thing. I don't have it. You see me. I eat apples. Yeah. I eat fruit. I'm not completely disgruntled. What I'm disgruntled with is lying to people and tell them they can eat it every single day, and then they have children with birth defects, and they go, well, I don't know where it came from because I've been eating fruits and vegetables, and I know that's not the problem. And you go, well, your religion told you if you ate fruits and vegetables every day, you would have a child with birth defects. What are you talking about? And if you don't believe in religion, your spiritualism, your society, your culture told you over thousands of years.
You'd have a children. That's a problem of culture and not so much religion, because religion doesn't necessarily teach that. It's the lens at which humans teach things. So,
well, actually, religions, if you understand in the beginning of Abrahamic religions, they specifically said Adam and Eve is not a story about real people. We're trying to teach you, when you have a child, fruit is forbidden. You need to purge them from your. Today we have dumbed down the human population so much. A lot of people go, no, they're real people. It's real people. And you go, well, in neuroscience today, if we actually restore the truth to what it says, and I remove fruits and vegetables from somebody's diet, what happens? They repair a traumatic brain injury, aneurysm, brain fog, cognitive decline, all the things that ancient civilizations would have suffered from. That didn't have medicine, right? We didn't have insurance back then. They didn't have medicine. So how did they cure those problems naturally? Forbidden fruit. Don't eat fruit. It's forbidden when you're sick.
So
don't eat vegetables.
One last thing before we get off.
No problem, sir.
You were bringing up the EPA earlier, and I had a comment with you earlier about how when you were eating the raw shrimp and how it is they're garbage disposal of the earth. So you were speaking.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to help you though. Let me help. So
hold on. Let me finish real quick, and then I'll
go ahead.
Finish. So plants, being that they take in the toxins of their environment around them, and same thing with sea life, meat, whatever. Humans, you can even apply that to the psyche. A toxic environment for a child will be a toxic outcome.
That's where biochemistry comes in.
So what I'm saying is, to further remove yourself from those toxins, wouldn't you say that furthering yourself from Babylonia and the Babylonian practice that is Western civilization or Eastern civilization too, to further yourself and live in a way that is more agrarian, so you grow your own food, harvest your own meats, blah blah blah, to remove
harvest your own meat, yes, not your own fruits, because a lot of people don't understand their diesel truck that they turn on in their garage, all of those toxins is going to be removed by their garden at their house. Buying fruits from a garden in the middle of a state that came from a state that doesn't have an industrial population, way safer than growing your own fruits and vegetables. Now I'm going to help you. This is where biochemistry comes into play. Toxins in fruits and vegetables get turned into fat because of sugar. Fat that will be stored, allowing those toxins to manifest diseases and illnesses. Later on, I'm going to use that contaminated fat for fuel that's going to push those toxins into my mitochondria, the powerhouse of my cells, to further along disease and illnesses. Toxins in meat don't get turned into fat. I use the fuel and I excrete the toxins. This is highly interesting why it's important to study the human body. You don't have a working
as long as you're
appendix.
working out, correct? So if you're not working out and you're consuming meats, then you're still going to be taking in those toxins because you're not burning.
You're not going to, no. Even if you're not working out, you're not taking in those toxins. Now, when you think about why in neuroscience can I have epilepsy documented. Now, anybody in the world, why is every independent neurologist and study of the human brain discovered independently? You can have toxins in fish, sardines, tuna fish, anything you want in meat, and it won't get turned into fuel that damages your brain. It'll actually reverse brain damage. But if you have those same toxins in an apple, you'll never cure your epilepsy. Your brain damage will never get better. See, that's what I'm saying. All fuel's not created equal. Some fuel is created to be used into sugar that's turned into fat. So you think about micron levels. The earth, right, has toxins in it. Photosynthesis gathers those toxins and breaks them down into, say, 30 microns. That's contaminated sugar and minerals. I eat it. My body breaks that down, those toxins that are now 30 microns, into 15 microns so I can store it into fat. Then later on, when I burn that fat, my metabolism turns those toxins down into 5 microns so they can get into my cells. Right? The continuing process of breaking down the toxins for fuel is what allows them to get small enough to contaminate my cells to cause diseases and illnesses. That same process does not happen with steak. It does not happen with fish. And that's proven neuroscience. I had kidney failure and liver failure. Real quick, why can I, with kidney and liver failure, eat all the fish, even fish that's rated high in mercury and other toxins, but I can't have an apple? I can't have an organic strawberry. I'll have to go on dialysis if I sustain myself on organic fruits and vegetables. But I can eat all the contaminated cow, pig, chicken. You see what I'm saying? It's how your body breaks down that fuel. And that's where people...
Like I said
go
at
ahead.
the beginning of this conversation, like I don't disagree with anything that you're saying. Like I think that you have validity in most of what you say. I just had specific questions, and I think you answered them quite well. If you could do me
Yeah,
a favor,
it's how your body processes fuel. Now, fruits and vegetables, and that's good for me walking around every single day. Trust me, man, there's nothing better than a nice crisp apple or some strawberries. My wife makes me chocolate dipped strawberries. I love fruits and vegetables. But is that fuel, because of the way my body breaks down fuel in biochemistry, going to allow me to repair internal damage? No, it's not. I know for a fact, if you study kidney failure, liver failure, or an aneurysm, any neurological problem, you can't have fruits and vegetables because that fuel from fruits and vegetables prevents your body from healing itself. But you can have meat, which is highly interesting.
So, I know you were trying to get off, so could you do me a favor? Could you send me some of the studies that you're referring to so I can read them for myself?
So here's what I tell people. Instead of me giving you information, research why. This I'm telling you. So
yeah.
I'm giving you. So I'm saying, study why in epilepsy. If I get hit in the right, if you got hit in the left side of your head, right side of your head, bottom of your head, top of your head, back, no matter where your brain damage is, I can give you all the meat you want. And if I remove fruits and vegetables from your diet, your body will repair that damage no matter where it's at, and you will no longer have epileptic seizures. But if I give you fruits and vegetables, you'll never cure that disease, and you'll have to take medication. That's every country. You see what I'm saying?
My own
now
independent research. Yeah, no, absolutely.
There we go. Yeah, so instead of me giving you something and forcing you to believe what I'm telling you, just study why anybody with any kind. Now, you think this is interesting. Now, if I have damage on the left side of my head that's leading to epilepsy, I cannot eat fruits and vegetables and my body will cure it. What does it matter what the damage is and what it's causing? It doesn't matter if it's bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, depression, memory loss. If I know the absence of fruits and vegetables will repair that damage, why aren't we using the absence of fruits and vegetables to repair all neurological disorders? Because in epilepsy, it doesn't matter if you got a flash grenade go off on your right side of your head, you hit a telephone pole on your motorcycle, I hit you with a hammer. It doesn't matter how you sustain that damage that led to your epilepsy, no matter where it's at. The absence of fruits and vegetables or sugar will allow your body to fix it. And that's very eye-opening to me. No matter where your damage is, the absence of fruits and vegetables will repair your brain. The presence of fruits and vegetables will require you to take medication to maintain that damage level so it doesn't get any worse. Now, if we know the absence of fruits and vegetables will repair any part of your brain that's damaged leading to epilepsy, why won't we use it for anything else? Because insurance money pays a lot of money for other things, right? Your doctor might make $20.
Like people don't want a cure. They want symptoms to reoccur so that they can make more money.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like people always tell me, you need to give me some proven information or just tell me what I need to know to believe you. And my whole thing is, I don't want you to believe me. I want you to research your own information and come back with your own facts and go, hey, wait a minute. Why is no matter where somebody got hit in their head and has brain damage that leads to memory loss, dementia, and Alzheimer's, why can we cure it 100% of the time almost by removing plant matter? Sugar.
Interesting. Well, so
now,
thank you.
I'll tell you what it is. I'm going to give you a little clue more than I did last time we had this conversation. When your body consumes without sugar your own cells in your brain and your body, it creates a protein and an enzyme that you need to burst stem cells. So in the presence of sugar, your body will never produce an enzyme and a protein you need to burst stem cells. What do stem cells turn into? Anything your body wants. Now, sugar, it doesn't matter if it's from a candy bar or an apple or Coca-Cola or broccoli. Any form of sugar stops your body from making an enzyme and a protein that your body needs to burst stem cells. Now, my body today knows if I have stem cells in me, I can tell damaged cells in my brain to be removed. Without that enzyme and that protein, my body has to preserve the damaged neurons so I can maintain my function because I don't have the ability to replace them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
With sugar in my system, I don't have the chemicals I need to repair and replace my damaged neurons. So they have to last as long as possible. If I remove sugar in my system, there's chemicals that are made that trigger my epigenetics and your epigenetics to go, hey, wait a minute, we have everything we need to replace that damage. Let's get it done. Now, it doesn't happen in one fast, right? If you've been
Absolutely
following me
not.
long enough,
Yeah,
I've
no,
talked to you.
I haven't been taking your protocols, but I've been doing intermittent fasting for about 3 months, and I've been working on a keto diet for a while. So I have been feeling the benefits of it. But I believe that there are also alternative routes for each person, which I'm not going to debate with you right now, but I think that
Yeah.
this is a great
So
conversation.
there is alternative routes. There's a lot of alternative routes, but we know today the only way to create the proteins and the enzymes you need to burst stem cells, they only come from meat and fat. Period. They're not found in any plant-based protein, nothing. They come from your
That's why
own.
I've never even done a vegan diet, because it seems like bullshit to me. Like, from what I understand of how the brain works, you need meats.
Well, my brain is 80% fat. So if I want to replace actual animal fat, which my brain is, I need animal fat. If I want to replace protein in my brain that's animal protein, I need animal protein. Now, my skin, my hair, certain things of my body can be replaced relatively well with sugar. But me personally, I've had kidney failure, I've had liver failure, I've had a dozen traumatic brain injuries, I've had an aneurysm. I've had angioplasty, heart surgery. I'm not concerned with looking good. I'm concerned with living. And I don't want to take the medication. Here's another thing. The number one killer in the United States, heart disease, right? Now, we know today, if you don't eat any fruits and vegetables, there's no sugar in your system, so that cholesterol can bind with it and turn into plaque that leads to heart disease. That's quite eye-opening. You can't have heart disease if you don't eat any sugar. You can literally eat meat if you take vitamins and fat every day of your life and never have. I can eat bacon every day, 5 pounds of bacon. I'll never get heart disease if I don't have sugar, because there's no sugar to bind with that cholesterol. Now, you think about that. What does cholesterol do for the human body in your arteries when your digestive system shut down? We know cholesterol accelerates and regulates proper brain development. If you have sugar in your system every day, when are you utilizing the cholesterol in your arteries to regulate and accelerate your proper brain development? Never.
Well, we will continue this conversation another time. You have a great day, my friend.
Thank you, sir. God bless. I appreciate your repetitive conversations. They do a lot for me. God bless. Thank you. You guys have a great day. I gotta go.